Why, hi, it is me, it is I. Small time Didi, your Khadi and these your internet and Akastraha and back allow yala. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. I keep forgetting to ask you guys to subscribe. And also, please tell other people to subscribe. Let your people know about me. I want to talk about hair. I want to talk about my hair. Nothing in particular, but we'll see where I go with this because I always have, like, my brain is like my brain is always on a treadmill. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Let's see my. Oh. I have dreadlocks under here. Okay, I'll tie it back up because I'm still technically working. I have locks under here. You guys have seen my hair on the channel before. But since I want to talk about dreads, because I'm seeing some discourse online about dreads, and I was having a conversation. One of my friends locked her hair. How long has this girl been married? Maybe 3-4 years ago now. I'm gonna say 3. She locked her hair, and she's a girl who likes to change up her hair and stuff. So I never believed she'd lock her hair, but she's always she's been a natural girly for like forever at this point, like her afro, and she'd get braids, and she likes to change up her look. So I just never believed she'd lock her hair. But I was having a very interesting chat with her. She was hosting something, a work function of sorts, and she sent me a picture. And she's like, people are asking me what I'm gonna do to my hair, and I just showed up. She just tied her locks up. They've dropped at this point. They're like about their good thickness on them. And she's like, no, I just tied it and I went. Her and I have this conversation a lot. Locks are supposed to be a low maintenance hairstyle, but they've become something else over the years I think that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about why it is that's why I locked my hair. And I'm not saying because that's why I locked my hair, therefore that's what locks are for. No, locks are low maintenance. They're just supposed to be, right? You thread your hair or you let it free form and it grows from your head from then on as like one strand, essentially, right? That's what that is. And then you leave it be. But you know, when I told Annie from Real Housewives of Durban to shut up about her hair, it's stuff like this because the politics of it is just much too much. And I don't want to pretend with somebody who could never fathom my lived experience around my hair. I don't want to explain shit. I don't want to create room. It's not dialogue. It's time for you to shut up. It's actually very simple for me. It's just homola. It's your time, ya homola. Easy? Okay, great. Why are we seeing what we're seeing? Didi, what are we seeing? Didi, what even are you talking about? Couple of things. I've shared with you guys that I went to the type of schools where they have all these weird fucking rules about our hair, right? And the rules are written by people who don't understand the first thing about our hair. Sometimes they don't even know what they're saying. They just have an idea that this hairstyle is associated with this. And dreadlocks in particular, in my part of the world, are very much associated with smoking weed, right? And that is a whole, that's a drug, and or gateway drug to harder drugs. And I don't smoke. I don't have arguments to make for the people who love them, the herb, whatever. I have plenty of people around me who do smoke, and I've left my wallet around them and I found my stuff. It's you people who think you pray too much. I leave nothing around you people. But anyway, that has nothing to do with us. There's an obsession with presenting a certain way when you have dreadlocks. And I think it stems from, especially in the South African context, the Doublstone era, where we were trying to find ways, in pushing the boundary of wanting to wear our natural hair. And also dreadlocks for me still fall in that bracket. In corporate and more professional spaces, more white spaces, if you would like, in order to make it acceptable we had to start doing things to it in order to present it as kept, as neat, as clean, as all of these things inching closer to, will white people look at this in disgust? We're trying to inch very closer to, okay, less and less so. Okay, they're less disgusted, they're less disgusted. And what that has done for me is it's messed with the health of what the lock is supposed to be. Lots of product buildup, lots and lots of it, because a lot of you spend a lot of time at the salon getting your hair twisted, right? Traction alopecia. And in recent years, we're seeing people putting texturizers and relaxers on their hairlines in order to see how I let my fuzz hang. I really just let it. Guys, I actually love my hair. Like it's real. And we can unpack that as well, that at some point I didn't feel as pretty as I do now that my hair's at the length that it's at. It's also hypersexualized in ways. It's always dudes with not enough dick acting like I'd pull that from their bag. Couple of things. You don't have the inches to clear these cheeks. But that's also a different chat. So I don't know what the fuck you think you're gonna be pulling on. But I digress. Let's get back on track. Get back on track. There was a Doublstone era where we were obsessed with getting a certain look, and that look was very much like, can I see your scalp? Because then that means the hair's washed and it's clean. If I can see your scalp and I see that there's no lice, mind you, lice doesn't like our hair. At the schools that I went to, they used to give us these circulars like every term, every so whenever, talking about how parents need to check us for lice. Every black kid would arrive home, our parents would read about, didn't, because it was always the white little bitches. And then now, in hindsight, like, I'm sad for the white bitches, because now I realize, oh, this is actually like a sign of neglect, like in their community, right? But they always assumed our hair's dirty. And they'll send us home with these circulars. They'd give it to everybody, but we kind of know what the fuck they were doing, right? It was very much directed to us. So much so that oh my God, guys, if I can't find that picture, it's my father's favorite picture of me, because I think like I really looked like him then. My grade 1 picture, like I'm bald or like my hair's growing right back or whatever, because I was in hostel, right? For like my first few years of primary school, and my mom didn't want to deal with the whites calling her, talking about how vana didn't. So guys, that lady would put up my hair. That lady, Baba Kingera Miriri. Guys, I was bullied. Oh my God. Melot with the T, not mellow. So I'm gonna drink a real cheap bottle. I'm talking to Mako. I'm gonna sit that girl down, and she's gonna apologize for some shit, because baby, I even remember white people had my mom guttering me bold, so that, like, because I was in a hostel, and it's like, I don't want you stressing up. You're too young to know how to take care of your hair, but also they're gonna call me and tell me your hair's unkept. So hey guys, I remember when it was growing back. You guys actually think I'm traumatized because some of you, I'm so sorry. I was going back, so, and then my mom was like, it was Sunday, because they start to prepare you to go back to school for the week and stuff. And then my mom was like, no, either. And so I'm like, no. Like that day, I was like, no, you're not cutting the little bit of hair I have. And she's like, like, your brunch. My brother, yours another one. My brother. Dude, like, I remember I sat in my mom's bathroom. It was not our bathroom, because we don't have a plug. It was my mom's. So it's like my parents, they're, the cord can get to her thing. And she studied me still. And she was like, and then after, I cried that day. I crewed. Yeah, she deserves Didi on Melot. She does. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna ask her, because I was being teased by like white boys and they were calling me stuff. To this, I have no business knowing what a bat is in Afrikaans. But I know, right? Also, don't fucking write it in the comments. Because I have big ears. Like, I actually have huge ears and I grew into them. Because I was like a scrawny kid. I was like a fat baby. And then I was like a scrawny kid. And then I started picking up weight in like around grade 1. But like as like a 6-year-old, when you start grade 1, I'm 7 early on, but still and like my face was like, that's why my dad loves that picture of me in grade 1. Because I've got my dad's eyes, like I've got my dad's. But I got chubby. So you had to look for it now when I was an adult to be like, oh yeah, she does look like her fucking daddy. But like my ears would be like, imagine me 20, guys, it was bad. And then like googly eyes. Just never gonna. How did we get here? I'm gonna keep it so you guys know what goes on in my head. But yeah, that process and learning that and the appropriateness around hair and stuff, the trauma around that stuff is why Annie and people like Annie need to shut up and people don't need to tell me that I think you're reaching. I think you're slow. I think you're slow and not the kind that like needs medication, just that out to say vibes, But a lot of it was like for the corporate girlies and also the girlies that we were consuming on our televisions that were locking their hair. The Claire Mawisas at the time, Jerry. You will never find Jerry's like locks with growth in them. And I enjoy my locks when the growth comes in. I told you guys that it was a whole thing. I changed salons. I'm trying to find a person to do my hair. I had somebody come in to crochet me because it's the second time I've crocheted my hair since I've locked my hair. I locked my hair after matric because you can't, like, part of the rules was you can't have dreads. It was a whole thing. So I locked my hair right after matric. I'm like, literally, guys, right after matric, I locked my hair. So well over 10 years. And, I've got good length on them. And my mommy had locks. She cut her locks like what's now? May or April. It's May. It's early May. And my mom cut her locks in December. And we're at about the same length. It's like up to my butt or something. And I last locked my hair when my dreads were still like very short-ish because they weren't at the same thickness. Like I had I like the thickness in the center here, but they were thin at the back. So I had some of them binded, right? And I needed some touch-ups. But when my hair is like freshly twisted like that, and it's all thin and it just looks like it's about to break to me, I don't like it. I like my growth is coming back in. I like that. Like even when I tie my bun, it feels fuller. It looks like prettier to me. I like letting the fuzz hang and stuff. I like that. So that thing where you guys are constantly getting your hair done, that's why your hair is not keeping. That's really the conversation I came down here to have with you guys. People asking us about like lock health, like how can you have so much health and still have like a decent hairline? This is my natural hairline. Like I can't, I had to also look at my mom's hairline because there were points where I'm like, is my hairline thinning? Is it whatever? Then I looked at the women in my family. I'm like, no, that's our hairline. Like we have that. I don't spend my life at the salon. Okay, that's one thing that I don't do. I can count the times I let a professional or somebody twist or do something to my hair in a year on my one hand. I don't play these games. Okay, you all run around about your vaginas and you're so purist about it and you can count all. That's me with my hair. Like I don't play these stupid games where I'm at the salon every month and somebody's tugging and pulling. That's traction. That's why you don't have a hairline. And the one thing I also hate about the so-called professionals is that they don't tell you because they're not interested in your hair health. They're interested in making money. Hello, capitalism, right? People are no longer interested in like, and it's unfortunate because especially as Black women, it's our crown. We've linked it to our femininity, our expression of our womanhood, so many other things. So it's hurtful that the people we've entrusted to help us maintain the health of our hair don't do that because they're chasing a buck. Or even like worse, they can't afford to do that, right? If I was to tell you, listen, I'd prefer to see you quarterly, right? I'd prefer to see you. You can pass by the shop. I'll have a look and tell you if you need a touch up, right? I'm not going to pay my rent. And as a result, locticians, if you would like, have grown to be very dishonest about how often you need a retwist. I mean, the salon where I used to get my hair done, I'd look at somebody and be like, but truly, you can't tell that your hairline is now starting up because this person pulls your hair every time you come back here every month. And they say that, like when they're leaving the chair, they're like, see you next month. Why would I be seeing you? Arijoli, bitch. Like, why would I be seeing you next month? For what? Why? Why would I be doing that? You all spend too much time at the salon, too much money. Like, I don't even think, even with braids, you guys don't keep your braids long enough anymore, right? Because it's all of this, or you broke if there's a little growth, right? Or people need to see a scalp because then you're saying that you're clean and stuff. The girls are also now putting little texturizers, little relaxers, because me, unambiguous Black girl with 4C hair, whose hair didn't have a problem locking, I didn't have to beg it. Okay, I didn't have to talk to it nicely. It knew what to do. As people who are most associated with wearing our hair in this fashion, we are now being replaced by the she's right and the Kravitz Girl. What's her name? Yeah, pretty girl, love her. Zoe. That like ambiguous texture, that exotic girl. They are now the face of Locs. Like, you search up Locs anywhere. People are like, my friends are always saying to me all the time, you could probably like, because I don't know what to do with my Instagram with this handle. I'm like, what content can I put out here to try and grow this account and do whatever? Like, I have hair. I love to talk about hair, but I don't really want to niche myself in hair and blah, blah, blah. But whenever I tag or use a certain hashtag and I go look under that hashtag, it's a very particular aesthetic. So much so that the girls like me, whose hair is 4C like mine and their locks are this, the girls are now opting to, and like I put some relaxer here so they can soup. They can do the baby hairs, and like, we can't have nothing. We can't fucking have nothing. Like, whiteness is fucking pervasive. And here we are now wanting like loosey goosey, little hairs in front, so that the soup as well, right? Plus the fresh twist, right, is communicating something, or you think it is. And the main thing for me is cleanliness. The truth of the matter is, we don't need to wash our hair as much as them. If they don't wash their hair for like a stretch of a week, they simply produce more oil than us. They do. And they're gliding about the fucking place and it's not a good time. Our hair doesn't do that. We don't need to be doing that to our hair and stressing. Listen to your hair. Like, me, I think my hair is low-key in an abusive relationship with me. Like, I'm the abuser, obviously. Like, I just leave it. That's my advice. People asking me all the time, oh, you take such good care. Girl, my hair lives in a wrap. Okay, my job requires, maybe that's why it's the way it is. But my mom's hair wasn't always in a wrap. My hair lives in a head wrap because my work requires that, right? Also, I look cute as fuck in wraps. Like, it's not a question. It's not a question. It's nobody's asking you shit. Okay, I know. And I know about that. Okay, I don't know a lot, but I know that. That's not the point. The girls are now putting relaxers, and it's like it defies the purpose for me. But I get it. You're always trying to get a certain response. And if doing this is going to get you whatever that response is, you're not trying to be discriminated against. Like going into certain workspaces, you're already you're already on the back foot. You already have so much to deal with. If you can wear your hair in the fashion that you want and do things to eliminate being discriminated against for wearing your hair in that fashion, you're most probably going to do those things because you are already having to deal with so many other things. I understand, but my whole entire chat was to say locks are low maintenance. Yes, some people like to play around and have fun. That's not the chat I'm having here. When you lock in your hair, that is you saying you don't want to live half of your life at the salon, styling your hair every 2 minutes, trying to make sure you look as. And for me, Claire actually lets her growth out like longer. I think that's also why she's maintained such a good hairline and a good thickness on her hair and stuff. Tema Jerry, baby, you will always see that woman's scalp. I don't care. Her scalp will be available, okay, for viewing at a moment's notice, okay? And that's for you guys to work through. I don't care what you guys see. I don't care. I care not. And nobody celebrates your locks before they get to a certain, like before they look a certain way, or they're a certain thickness, or like, no. Like, honestly, that's the other thing I think people are struggling, that all locks aren't like celebrated. I see the sister locks are trending. That's a thing. Sister locks look like they would, I think it's because I'm abusive to my hair. I just look at them, I'm like, don't want to. If it was me, I'm always like all rough, like, you saw how I tie my bun. My hair's going through so much. But my hair loves me back because I think we went through so much then the beninging with that grade 1 stuff. So it's like, girl, let me just hold you down, like, or whatever. But that's my entire chat about hair. Went off on a couple of tangents. Say, hey, leave your locks alone. That's my advice. Okay, use as little product as possible. Shine, like having like sheen, is not necessarily communicating that your hair is healthy. It's like with afros. I know a lot of you for years have been obsessed and they've been trying to explain things that sometimes your hair just does not hold. That doesn't mean it's dry. You know, when your hair is dry, you will actually know that your hair is dry. It just means that it doesn't hold certain product a certain way. All products aren't made for you. And product, I actually dye my locks because I can see the product build up in some of my hair, but I've never done like an apple cider thingy for my hair, like in all the years that I've been growing it. But yeah, that's it on hair. Mwah. Bye.